This is Activity 3.1, Installing Active Directory Domain Services. Our objective is to install ADDS as a new domain controller in a new forest. Start at the Server Manager, pull that up, and go down to your role summary. You can see that Active Directory Domain Services is already installed. However, as we click on this, you'll notice that information bubble right here says this server is not yet running as a domain controller. So you need to run the Active Directory Domain Services installation wizard, or the dcpromo.exe. So we're going to go ahead and run this. Let's just click next, and this gives you some compatibility information. We are going to create a new domain in a new forest. Next, fully qualified domain name of the new forest root domain. So we are going to enter in W2 K8 AD01 com. Okay. Then we hit next. It's checking whether the name is already in use. So now we're going to set forest functional level, but for maximum functionality, let's use the 2008. And you can see that it warns you. You'll only be able to add domain controllers that are running Windows Server 2008 or later in this forest. And click next. You choose whether or not to install DNS. You could also choose whether to be a global catalog or an read-only domain controller. So this is the first domain controller in a forest that must be a global catalog server and cannot be a read-only domain controller. Next, in a real world, you would use the assign static IP addresses for safety reasons. But at this time, I'm going to use dynamic. And you'll get this message explaining that the DNS server can be created. Just say yes. This is where you can choose a location for your database folders, your log file folder, and sysvol folder. We're just going to leave the defaults, and then we're going to click next. Put a password in here, confirm the password, and then we're going to hit next. These are your changes that you've made. We'll click next. And once it's finished, you'll see the completing the Active Directory Domain Services installation wizard. Just need to click finish. Now we get to restart. Control Alt Delete. Go into, you'll see the name of our new domain controller here. Open Server Manager. Now we're just going to see all the information on this. Then we have warnings here about our active domain services and our DNS server. Let's close this and then go to Administrative Tools. You see all of these set up. Active domain, domains and trusts, directory sites and services, ADSI edit, directory users and computers. That is installing Active Directory Domain Services.